Can you guys hear me now? Mike's playing games. I don't know what he's doing.
They should be able to hear you.
What's all this stuff? All right, here we go.
Yeah, you're good.
Let me make sure. Okay. Can you guys hear me now? Yep, see? All right. Oh, hey guys, Trina here. It's my typical Tuesday afternoon where I get to spend some time with you guys and answer questions that you guys might have. I did a post. I've been doing new posts lately, like a little series that I'm doing health hacks. There's a lot of things that I do on a daily basis that I really don't think about. Like I kind of do them unconsciously, that when I started thinking about it, I'm like, these are little hacks that I've incorporated into my life. And some of them I don't do every single day, but some of them have really helped with keeping me healthy in all sorts of ways. So one of the health hacks that I actually just came out today in the email, it might have just come out in an hour ago, yes?
Before you get started, Heather's with us. Frank Sell is with us.
Hi, Frank. Hi, Heather.
Soon is with us.
Soon.
So everybody that's on, yeah, Carol's with us. So everyone that's on, make sure you comment #live. And if you're watching us after the live, do #replay. Trina always forgets that, so I figured I'd throw it in.
Mike just wants camera time.
I do want camera time.
Mike is going to do this when I'm not here.
I don't know about that, but...
Of course you are.
All right.
Yeah. Back to me. Back. No. All right. So health hacks is one of the series that I'm doing. And last week, my health hack was take your balls with you. And I know somebody messaged me and I didn't have time to get back. They wanted to know what my favorite balls are. And what I'm talking about is these little massage balls. I have a bunch of them. This is the one that I brought with me today. But this is a cool health hack. This will be probably next week's health hack that I do. But this, if you haven't seen this before, let me turn around a little bit. It's almost like a backpack without the pack. But it actually helps to keep your shoulders back when you're sitting and standing. So it keeps you your posture more in line. That prevents the slump and that pulling of your shoulders, which then causes so much pain through there. So one of the things, this particular one, and I got it on Amazon. I know someone's going to ask me for the exact same one that I bought. I can see if there's a brand on this. But this one actually has a spot right here where it's got some fabric that if you want to slide one of your balls in there, you simply put it right back there. And it kind of sits right on your spine. I guess you can kind of, let me see if I can turn and see. You can kind of see it there. And then what it does, what I like to do is it kind of massages my spine, but it also helps keep that pressure there. And you can tighten, this one actually can tighten up pretty good to keep you pretty far back with your shoulders. And it just helps to alleviate the back pain. And then with the massage ball in there, I don't leave the massage ball in the whole time, but it helps like when I'm doing some stretches to the side, that massage ball actually helps massage the spots along your spine and on your spine that you really don't get a lot of movement. So it creates a little bit more movement in your spine. You can also do like the forward fold. I do a lot of forward folds and stuff like that. That just helps keep my back in better shape, for lack of better words. So anyway, that's my health hack. That's what I'm wearing right now is my back brace, or I don't know what you would call this, but it's a posture brace. So if you look on Amazon, search for like a posture brace, or I think that's all I searched for. That's what I would say this is. And that's where I got it off of Amazon. But anyway, it's a cool little hack. You don't have to wear it all day. In fact, sometimes they cut right in here. I've had another version, something like this. I try and make sure you get one that's padded all through here. Otherwise, it can really cut into your shoulders right here, and it's just not comfortable. So anyway, that's my health hack. But today's health hack from the email is about scraping your tongue. There's a lot of great benefits of scraping your tongue. It helps to remove the bacterial coating that's on your tongue. Believe it or not, besides brushing your teeth, the other piece of keeping your mouth healthy is removing the bacteria that gets coated on your tongue. That, even if you brush with dirty mouth tooth powder, you use the gum serum, if you don't scrape your tongue, you can have that bacterial coating that's really hard to get rid of. A toothbrush, I've had questions come up, can I just use my toothbrush? Well, yeah, you can. Is it as effective? No, it's not as effective. And to be honest with you, a tongue scraper is such a little investment that creates such a big reward. By that I mean for the amount that you pay, like our tongue scraper is $10. I believe it's $9.97 on the website. For $9.97, that can last you. Ours is the copper. Let me find it. So as long as you're not leaving this sitting in water and that it's going to get really tarnished, you can use this for a really long time. What I do is I'll just scrape my tongue. I just do like 3 passes in the morning, and I typically will try and do it at night again, and then just a quick wipe. Run it under water, and then a quick wipe with just your towel, and then don't lay it down. Just hang it off of something. Most people have something in their some people just hang it right over their sink. It just depends on your faucet. But you can hang it right over something, and then that's going to keep it from getting tarnished by sitting in the water. So tongue scraping is a really good health benefit. For $10, a great investment. And it really only adds about, I say, 10 to 15 seconds to your day. And the health benefits of removing that coating, that bacteria, outweigh the cost of $10. So anyway, if you are not looking at the emails, look at them, because at least once a week I'm trying to send you guys a health hack. Some of them might speak to you, some of them might not, but they're just little things that I incorporate into my life that I never really think about as hacking my health, but have definitely made improvements. So I guess they do hack something that creates better health for me. So the tongue scraper. People want to know, can a toothbrush do the same thing? No, it can't, because the toothbrush goes like this. So while it's great for your teeth and your gum tissue, because your gum tissue is really delicate, brushing too hard or with a hard toothbrush can actually damage your gum tissue, cause it to be receding. That's one of the causes of receding gums. People want to know, can I reverse my receding gums? Well, that just depends. If you remove the cause, you can regenerate gum tissue. But if you don't remove the cause, then no. One of the causes is just brushing too hard or brushing with a hard brush. So you want a soft brush. This is our charcoal, activated charcoal bamboo toothbrush made by Primal Life Organics. So the bamboo handle, and then the bristles are soft. They're natural or nylon. I don't know if you would call nylon natural, but they are soft nylon infused with charcoal. The charcoal helps to break down bacteria, plaque, whiten your teeth a little bit better, and actually helps to detox your gum tissue. And you might actually initially feel a little sensation or tingling in your gums, or even slight redness as it works, until your gums really get used to the charcoal pulling the toxins out. But as far as scraping goes, this is not as effective. You can do it. If you, tonight when you go to bed, tonight I'm gonna put you in the future here. Tonight when you go to bed, if you do not have a tongue scraper, what I want you to do is use your toothbrush and make sure that you use your toothbrush on your tongue. And then I want you to realize the difference it felt after you finish. You're going to realize that your tongue actually has sensation and it actually feels cleaner. And then tomorrow you're going to be like, oh, I remember a tongue scraper is actually going to do a better job. It's going to be more effective. And then you're going to go to Primal Life Organics and you're going to look up our Happy Papillé tongue scraper, and you're going to be like, yes, that's what I want. I want better health for $10. 15 seconds a day, $10. What an investment. So anyway, yes, this can work, but it's not going to be near as effective. So I would suggest doing the tongue scraper. Because watch, when you use a tongue scraper, it's actually going to pull. It's not going to go back and forth. It's actually going to scrape and pull off. Whereas the toothbrush is actually just kind of brushing and not really removing the debris or the bacteria that's on. The other thing I wanted to go over, if you guys have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments below. I have probably about 20 to 25 minutes today to be on here. So make sure you get your questions in. That way we can make sure that we answer them. Mike's got his hand up. Yes, Mike?
I have a question for me.
Oh, okay.
So when I use the tongue scraper sometimes,
Yeah.
I have that gag reflex.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to throw up.
Yeah.
Is anything I could do to not get that feeling?
Yeah, so just make sure you have a garbage can on the floor.
But I don't want to do that.
Go! Just let it go! Let it go, Mike. All right, hold on. Let me pull it up. Because I do have, so that I can give you tips. Under the FAQs on the website, there are tips. There's a lot of great information on the website under FAQs. So if you have anything of ours, the first place to check is under, it's at the top of the website, all the way over to the right, it says FAQs. And then under dental care, you will see tongue scraper. And then when you open that up, it's going to give you a couple questions that we would get frequently asked. And we created answers. It says, I gag easily. Mike should know this information, by the way, just so you all know. I gag easily. Is there anything I can do to reach farther back on my tongue? So I'm going to go through these. Yes, there's a couple things that you can do. But first of all, one thing doesn't work for everybody, so that's why there's a bunch of suggestions. Some people have a really strong gag reflex, and it may never really go away, even with these suggestions. So what I suggest is just trialing these one by one, see what works for you, and if not, you'll just have to scrape your tongue really fast. Fast is going to be your friend. So the first one is to make a fist with your left hand, except put your thumb on the inside. So you want to put the thumb on the inside of, are you listening, Mike? Are you watching? Are you doing this?
Yeah, here.
Should we make Mike do this? We should. Is a distractor. Sometimes you have a lot of pain, and you know that, kind of like in life, you can have a lot of pain when you're just sitting doing nothing, and then you get up to do something, and you just really don't even notice the pain as much. It's still there. It didn't go away. And, you know, in nursing, the same thing. When you're laying in bed, that's why we want you to get up and move, because the distraction and the movement creates sensations elsewhere in your body, which triggers your brain and kind of cuts off that pain pathway. So the same thing with this is it's just more of a distractor, I think. So you can also exhale, Mike, when you scrape. Yeah, so when you're scraping, and that blowing of air is going to help. And this one works really good. So you just, and you pull forward as you exhale. Lean your head forward as you scrape, but don't breathe through your nose. So you can lean your head forward and scrape. That changes the anatomy of your esophagus and, you know, everything in there. So that might help a little bit too. Drink water immediately before you scrape your tongue, Mike. The process of swallowing actually will disengage that gag reflex a little bit, so try that. Mike's going to come on next week and do a demo of all of these and tell us which one works for him. How's that, Mike?
Sure.
Hold your breath while cleaning your tongue. It's the same trick sword swallowers use. Sword swallowed use. That's a typo, but no air equals no gag. So holding your breath. If you don't have any air going through, then there's no gag reflex.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Those are the my suggestions. So anyway, it takes like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. So that's how to scrape my tongue by Mike and Trina.
Yahoo!
Yahoo! All right. Okay, so the next thing, the one thing I do want to cover before I get to any other questions, and I was so nicely interrupted by Mike.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So the activated charcoal gel. So I've been doing a lot of customer service, answering questions as we're onboarding some new staff and getting everybody oriented. I'm jumping in and helping out. And it's overwhelming the number of people that tell me how, who's watching that has the LED. Let me pull up my screen again. I see love, I see love. So who's watching that has the LED that uses the gel and has no issue with it, and what's your trick? How do you clean it? What do? I want to know. Because I have a lot of people struggling with the fact that it's charcoal and it's messy, is what I'm being told. And I honestly, personally, don't have that experience. Mike, do you have that experience?
Not usually.
No. I don't have that experience. And I don't really feel like it's messy. And I've been using the same LEDs, like this one. And I'll be honest with you guys, when I do these, I have some for demo. I don't necessarily wash the gel off right away, but you can see that it's clear, like the goop, the charcoal isn't causing any issues on my LED. So I just want to know from other people that are using it, if you're not having any issues with the gel being messy. I'm telling you, when I'm reading some of these emails, I don't quite understand. They're angry and frustrated because they're saying the gel is messy. So I apologize. It's olive oil, charcoal. I'm going to lose my ball. Never mind. You're mine. Catch my ball. Ah. So it's activated charcoal, clay, essential oils, and olive oil. So it's kind of like cooking with oil. Yes, it's going to have a little bit of an oily residue, but that doesn't mean it's really going to be messy. My only concern is if you're using too much gel. So here's one of my suggestions of what you can do. Anybody that's watching, is anybody posted? Apply the gel with my finger and just rinse the mouthpiece with warm water, and it's easy peasy. Thank you, Yarlene. That was going to be actually my suggestion. I thank you, because I'm starting to tell people, instead of putting it right, like especially if you're having difficulties, instead of putting it right here, right on the mouthpiece, what you can do is, and guys, just so you all know, like this, I forgot to put the cap on this one. And if you get any resistance, you definitely don't want to push. Just clear the cap by pulling the plunger down. I don't know if you can tell. Like I do this by habit because I'm a nurse, but you pull the plunger back, that puts air right in. You can also remove this and use directly from here. You can squirt it out. But seriously, if you put just a little bit on your finger like this, Yarlene, tell me if this is what you do. Put a little bit on your finger. I have to get a little closer so I can see. And you can rub it all over your teeth. So you don't need a ton. And then it's going to be hard because this is going to be coming off. So I put it directly on my teeth. You can see if there's very little on my mouthpiece then. Let me unplug it so you can see. So just having a couple seconds on my teeth. The olive oil keeps it from really sticking. What I think is really happening is people are putting it on the LED, and it's not necessarily, they're either putting too much and not getting it really on their teeth well. So I would almost suggest putting it on your finger, putting it on your teeth. You can see on my teeth, all over my lips, that it was on my teeth now that I've taken it out and started talking. But once I put the LED in, then it's not necessarily on the LED. And then simply, you can wash this. I don't even think I have any paper towels in here. No? I don't see any. But you can simply rinse this off with water. Like this will rinse off with water, and then just a paper towel to clean it or dry it. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. Seriously. There's going to be like no mess because most of it is on your teeth. And through the course of a 20-minute treatment, don't be alarmed. A lot of it will just because of your saliva, you'll end up swallowing it and you won't necessarily have it. But it's still being effective and it's still working with the lights and with the gel. You'll still have enough on your teeth because you don't need a lot. All right. So that's probably the best tip that I can give everybody is if you're having trouble cleaning this, the best thing is to put it on your finger and apply it to your teeth. Let me do that again. All right, because maybe we can snip this out for a little video.
Uh-oh. Okay.
All right, Mike. So you just want to add a little bit of gel, the amount that's recommended, to your teeth. So really about a half a ml. It's probably about that much by the time I actually do it. Might be a little bit more. And then you can rub it all over your teeth like this. So I'm going to get it all over my mouth. And then you're going to Put this in your mouth. Plug it in. Set the timer. My phone won't go on. I don't know why. It's so weird.
Well, while you can't talk and you're whitening your teeth, Yarlene said yes, that's how she does it. Applying with my finger helps to use not to use too much of the product.
Perfect.
Yep.
Thank you, Yarlene. I just wanted backup. I wanted backup from someone saying it's not that hard and it's not that difficult to clean. So after having that much on my teeth, you can kind of see already my teeth feel better. They feel stronger. My mouth feels super, super clean. So you can kind of see how much is on my mouthpiece, and it's still liquidy and wet. So I would simply run this underwater. The best cleaning tip I can tell you is just to simply run it underwater and wipe it with a paper towel. If you want to use a toothbrush, because if you feel like you need to use it, just use a soft toothbrush to clean it. If you need to use a cleaning solution or something, it's food, okay? So it's olive oil basically is the base. So I would suggest using plant-based only, although this is food-grade silicone, so it's durable. And they make silicone hand mitts, you know, for the cleaning, or not cleaning, but kitchen, like the hot pads. But I would just clean it with a plant-based detergent, or I would say dish soap if you really need to clean it with something. But for the most part, I just run it underwater and wipe it off with a paper towel. It's that simple. Super simple. Let's not overcomplicate it because it's really not that hard. Seriously.
Ready for a question?
I had another question. I know, I probably have. Okay, what's the question? While I think of what else I had.
So this question comes from Carol Williams. Why is your LED mouthpiece better than others?
So I don't know who the others are, so I apologize. I can't make any kind of comparison because I don't know who the others are. But I can tell you that I haven't seen any other than ours that have the red. It's okay, so it plugs into your cell phone. This one plugs into the cell phone. It has 4 red LED lights and 12 blue LED lights. They do different things. The red LED lights are for your gum tissue. Helps to increase blood flow, decrease inflammation. The blue LED lights help to decrease the bacteria that causes gingivitis and helps to improve the whitening effect of your teeth. The gel does multiple things. The gel works with the LED. The gel helps create an alkaline environment to super clean your mouth out of the bad stuff with the bad bacteria, but keeps the environment alkaline so you can regrow your good microbiome. Helps to remove surface stains, helps to remineralize your teeth, make them stronger because there's clay and minerals in the gel. Helps to improve the healing of your gum tissue, and it helps to freshen your breath. So it does a lot of different things, the gel does, working in conjunction with this. A lot of people want to know. Oh, see, my phone powered down. That's kind of weird. A lot of people want to know if can you use the device without the gel, and you can, but it's more like a 3 or 5 minute treatment. It's not a long treatment. It's primarily for your gum tissue with the red LED lights, so you can do it without the gel, but my recommendation is at least 3 times a week with the gel, because the 3 times a week with the gel allows your teeth to remineralize as well as strengthen, and the bacterial count can be better, like the good microbiome instead of the bad microbiome. So I recommend 3 times a week for 20 minutes with the gel. My favorite time to use it is while I'm making dinner so that I don't snack on the food that I'm making. Are there other questions?
There is another one.
Okay.
So I'm going to get some more screen time here. This one's from Angelica. She asked if this one is new. She bought hers less than 6 months ago, and it only has the blue light, so she must have gotten it before we got the red and blue version.
Yes, this is the newer version, and if you have the blue one and you want to upgrade, we still offer our upgrade program. So for $75, you can upgrade to the red, the one with the red LED. That was Angela, right? Was
Angelica.
Or Angelica. And really, to put it in perspective, the gels themselves, the refill for the gels are around $50 to $60. It just depends on if you get it on sale or not. So for about a little bit more than the cost of the refill gels, and you'll get a new package that has 2 refill gels in it. So if anybody has the blue one, wants to upgrade to the red one, we did it for a $75 charge, and we'll send you the whole pack. So it's super easy, super simple. And if you want to upgrade, really you're just paying a little bit more than the cost of the gels themselves. The other thing I want to mention is people had a question about the lifetime. We have the new lifetime supply of the gels. What that means right now, and it's going to change soon. So if you want the lifetime, you will pay shipping. So that's the only thing you'll pay after you pay right now it's $199. You get 5 packs of the refill. So you get 150 treatments for a year. If you divide that out, that's 3 treatments a week. That's it. Just 3 treatments a week. You have your yearly supply. You pay up front $199. When your year is up, all you need to do is email us. I'm ready for my next set of gels. We just verify in your account. We will send you an invoice for the shipping, which would probably be, I don't know, depending on where you live, $10. And we will ship you your next 5. And this goes on for life. You just pay the shipping cost. So right now, there's no yearly fee. In probably 1 to 2 weeks, I am going to have to institute a yearly fee. You understand why. I can't ship everybody, but right now I wanted to give my favorite customers, the ones that have been with me the longest and watch me all the time, I want to give you guys the opportunity to purchase this one-time with one-time payment, but you'll get the 150 gels. You won't ever have to pay for the gels again. It's really just the investment in the initial treatment, the initial 5, as well as the LED, and then you've got your gels every year. So right now on the website, the only thing that you will be charged if you purchase it now will be for the shipping cost every year. That's it. After I institute them, there will be a yearly fee, which will still be way better than buying 5 packs of those. And it will most likely be around $75 will be the yearly fee. But this is it's about $300 plus shipping if you get 5 packs. If you pay for the 5 packs alone, it's around $300. So right now, you get that $300 for free every year. And when I institute the yearly renewal fee, if you want to get your 5 packs and you purchased it up front for the $199, you will have to pay the yearly renewal fee plus shipping. So it'll be right around $75, $80, just depending on shipping. So my whole advice to everybody that's watching is if you get the LED, have the LED, sign up for the lifetime membership, because even if you don't get them every year, or I don't know why you wouldn't, but even for the $199, you're getting 5 packs, and it's a value of around $300. So it's a good deal, even just for the first year. That's it. So, all right. Any other questions?
No questions, but Carol said that the tooth powder has changed her teeth and gums by 95% better, soon to be 100%.
Wow. Wow. Carol, how? Like, what? Tell me, were your teeth sensitive? Did you have cavities? Were your gum tissue bad? What are you using, the tooth powder and the gum serum? So we have the formula with the CBD in the tooth powder, and I've had people question, why do you put the CBD in? The CBD is for the gum tissue. It's for the inflammation of the gums, to help reduce the inflammation of the gums. Your gum tissue is your gateway or your gatekeeper from keeping that inflammation from getting inside your body. And for most people, almost everybody has some degree of inflammation. It's just really related to the environment inside your mouth. Your mouth is exposed to so many different things. It goes from acidic with the foods that you eat, sugars, bacteria inside your mouth, to alkaline hopefully alkaline if you're brushing with dirty mouth tooth powder. If you're not brushing with dirty mouth tooth powder, most likely whatever you're brushing with doesn't create that alkaline environment. So you're sitting in an acid environment inside your mouth almost all the time. During an acidic environment inside your mouth, the bad bacteria, the bacteria that can cause gingivitis and decay on your teeth, flourishes. It just loves it. So it grows. It creates plaque. Plaque builds up. It's like that hard stuff. It creates that coating over the bacteria. And the plaque buildup creates cavities. The acids cause demineralization in your entire tooth. That helps to cause sensitivities. All of that leads to enamel breakdown, and all of that leads to dental changes, inflammation in your gum tissue, and cavities inside your mouth. All of that leads to internal health issues that never really get resolved unless you start to create a better wellness inside your mouth. So it all starts inside your mouth. That's it. It's super simple. It's super easy. There's nothing tricky to this. There's nothing tricky to dirty mouth tooth powder. It simply replaces what you use to brush your teeth. Kids love it. Adults love it. Most people don't have any adjustment period. They brush with it the first time and they're like, I can't believe I ever had frothy stuff inside my mouth. Super easy. Super easy. And all you do, for anybody that's watching, if I find a tooth powder, but the CBD was put in for your gum tissue to decrease the inflammation. You wet your toothbrush, you dip it, tap it, whatever is on your toothbrush. This is a little bit light just because it's not wet. About that much is about all you need. You brush your teeth for 2 minutes, you're good to go. What I usually suggest to people when I talk to them is to make sure that you do get a little, the powder on your gum tissue. So you want to do up and down motions, but not hard. Receding gums a lot of times are caused just by brushing too hard or using the wrong type of toothbrush. It's also caused by bad bacteria. So if you're brushing too hard with a hard toothbrush and you have the bad bacteria inside your mouth that actually causes the gum disease, then you are have a triple whammy against you. So the CBD will help get rid of the inflammation, reduce the bacteria, not the CBD, but the tooth powder will reduce the bacteria, the bad bacteria, and then it can create that alkaline environment where new gum tissue can actually start to regrow and regenerate. Gum tissue takes a while, so it's not an overnight thing. It does take a while to regenerate, mainly because the environment inside your mouth is so fluctuating all the time. It's not like inside your body where the pH stays pretty neutral. It's a place in your mouth or your body that the environment changes between acidic and alkaline. Let's see. Any other questions?
Heather asked if coffee was acidic.
Coffee is acidic. I believe, I think it's around, it might be 3 or 4. Neutral is 7. So coffee's pretty acidic. Red meat is acidic. Almost everything. Like green vegetables are alkaline. Most green vegetables are alkaline. Almost everything we eat is pretty much acidic. So that's part of the problem. And that is why your saliva is so important. Internally, your body protects your teeth by creating saliva. Saliva has a pH of around 6 or 7. It's supposed to neutralize the acid. So that's why you salivate when you eat. It neutralizes the acids from the food. It has minerals in it. So when it neutralizes the acids, the minerals can go back into your teeth. And it also helps to remove the food and the acid. It cleanses it. But the other thing it does is it takes everything that's inside your mouth and carries it. It's the gateway for everything to get down into your stomach. Even when you don't have food in your mouth or drink, you swallow your saliva all day long. So whatever's inside your mouth, you're swallowing. And if it's bacteria that's not good for you, like E. coli, H. pylori, the flu, cold viruses, all sorts of things like that, that get inside your mouth, and you swallow that, then it gets inside your intestines, and it can cause more damage because down in your intestines, you don't have the right stuff and the right environment to actually kill it. In your intestines, it's more acidic. That's where that bacteria grows and thrives. So you want to create that great bacteria. So when you're swallowing your good stuff. That's feeding and seeding your good bacteria inside your stomach. That's actually going to help improve the contents of your digestive enzymes and your digestive bacteria, and actually give you better microbiome, more efficient microbiome, if you will, in your gut. Leaky gut syndrome is not the start of the problem. The start is leaky gums. It's your gum tissue. It's the microbiome in your mouth. Leaky gut syndrome or the bad microbiome inside your gut didn't just happen in your gut. It started from your mouth. So fixing the mouth will help fix the rest of the body. If you ignore the mouth and don't change it, the rest of the body really won't heal correctly or properly or as much as it can, to be honest, because you really got to change the environment inside the mouth. All right.
That's all.
No questions? No other questions?
No other questions.
All right. I did have one other question that I wanted to go through it was from somebody that posted a question. They wanted to know about the deodorant and the best way to use it. So I have a funny story. It's not really funny. It's frustrating. We were talking about this today. It was, so every once in a while, so yes, the deodorant is in eco-friendly cardboard. These are some of the frustrations of being in business. So we try to be as eco-friendly as possible, but unfortunately, we have to make sure that this is sealed. So we have a little plastic seal that goes on the cardboard. It's tamper resistant, but it also holds the cap on because, believe it or not, there's no twist for cardboard, so the cap could just fall off. So it keeps the cap on and it protects this so that when you get it, nobody else opened it and used it. But we also send packages in bubble mailers. Do you guys know what happens? Some of you might, maybe you guys were affected by this, but at one point we were sending them not in bubble mailers, but in just paper mailers in the mail. And at one point when they were going through I won't mention which service, but the delivery service, our shipping service, the bags, because they were paper, were being sliced open, the contents removed, and then taped closed, and then the customers were receiving empty containers. And of course, angry at us that we would ship them an empty container, which never would happen. So we ended up, this happened, we had about I think it was around 500 packages at one point that this happened to. And so we switched to the bubble wrap, which is plastic, but it's got the bubbles inside, and it's tear resistant. Like you can't just tear it or slice it as easily. When you're doing things in, I guess, the stuff that tears really easy is much easier to get into, but the plastic ones you can't tear. So it's more obvious, I think, when you're doing that. Ever since we switched to those, we've had no issues with them being ripped open and the contents removed and emptied bags getting delivered. But I get comments from people or questions all the time about how dare us, I won't buy your products anymore because you're shipping in a bubble wrap container. What can I do? I got to get the stuff to you guys. And people were ripping them open, and I can't, that's out of my control. So anyway, we try to be as eco-friendly as possible. However, we have to also be able to get things to you safely and in one piece, because it does me no good to send 500 packages that got delivered empty only to do it again and have the same thing happen. It was happening over and over, and none of that got reimbursed to me from the company that did this. So it's what happens. So it's just the frustrations, but we worked around it. Unfortunately, we had to go to a plastic bubble mailer to be able to get things to you. And I have apologized to anybody if that offends anybody, because it's not as eco-friendly. But if you want your product, that's the only thing I can do. But anyway, this is the Black Rogue deodorant. So my deodorant is a little bit different than other natural deodorant. So a lot of people have used natural deodorant. It doesn't work because it causes a rash, which is usually related to baking soda, changing the pH under your pit, making it alkaline, and then causing more of a burn. If that's happened to you, please know that I do not put baking soda in the deodorant for that reason. And baking soda is effective at killing the bacteria, and that's why it's put in. But when it causes a burn and a breakdown in your tissue, that causes a whole nother set of issues, and you don't want that. So the deodorant is hemp infused, so it has some hemp oil in it. Hemp is anti-inflammatory, and it helps to decrease the odor and kill the bacteria. And it uses magnesium and zinc oxide to actually prevent the odor, and the wetness control comes from arrowroot powder and clay. And then for the black formulas, we added charcoal for a little bit more detox. It pulls the toxins out of your tissues. But the simplest way to use this is to make sure you're not over applying it. So you just want to hold it to your pit for a second, especially if your bathroom's really cold. Hold it to your pit, that will warm it up. And then just a quick 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to over apply a little bit so you guys can see, because on the camera sometimes you can't tell. I can't tell if that looks, can you guys see? Okay, so you can see it's kind of lavendery. Kind of matches my shirt today. So it's kind of lavendery. It's a little clumpy. Yes, it might go on a little clumpy occasionally, just because I made it more like a pasty, almost like a paste, so that it can be smoothed on easily. Once you have it on, the next thing to do is to just use your hand and do a quick massage. And you sort of just want to massage it until the color goes away and you don't see anything. It's going to leave you with a powder finish, and it's going to allow the coconut oil to actually absorb with the hemp into your pits to do its magic. And its magic is going to help to decrease the inflammation in your pit tissue and pull out toxins, and nourish your pit tissue. That's going to help overall long-term of preventing odor and wetness. All right. It's not an over the night switch or change for some people. Some people adjust very quickly depending on what they were using. Some people, it just takes a little time. For some people, applying it twice a day just might be normal. By the end of the day, for some people, the bacteria, the short fatty acids, life happens, maybe you ate too much sugar, medications, whatever. Sometimes odor happens at the end of the day. That's completely normal. It doesn't mean your deodorant failed you, because nothing's 100%. It just means for whatever reason, you just might need to reapply it. When you reapply this, all you need to do is wipe away any wetness. You don't necessarily even have to wash. If you're at the gym, if you're outside sweating, whatever, just wipe away the wetness, reapply, do your quick leg push. And I've done this, you can just do this really nonchalant. I can't do it right now because I have this on. Actually, I can take that off. So you can do it really easy, nonchalant. 1, 2, 3. I did 2 or 3 swipes, just a quick little massage in. I'm good to go. That actually feels good. I'll do it on this side. I don't think I actually put my deodorant on today. I sometimes go a day without it. All right, that's it. That's as easy as it is. There I am putting deodorant on Facebook. All right. Any questions? If you guys have any questions, now's the time, because otherwise I've got somewhere to go.
There's actually a couple questions from Bethany.
Okay.
She asked, so she's got 2 questions here. One, what is your take on why canker sores keep happening? Will using your products help me? So that's our first question.
What was it?
What's your take on why canker sores keep happening?
Oh.
And will our products help her? And then also, how do I teach my 2-year-old to use the tooth powder? She's not good about spitting.
Okay, good question. So, canker sores, sometimes they're stress related. Yes, I've had a lot of customers that used to get canker sores. The tooth powder will definitely help, but the gum serum is the magic. So if you don't have the gum serum, I would suggest getting this gum serum. And really the gum serum with the CBD, especially if you have any kind of issues inside your mouth with the gums or the tissue, will speed healing, decrease inflammation. So canker sores can be caused by stress and anxiety or hormones. There's a lot of different reasons. But by healing and bacteria, everything, a lot of my customers that use the gum serum and the tooth powder, if they get a canker sore again, that's a big if, because a lot of them say that they never get they never have those issues ever again inside their mouth. I used to get a canker sore every once in a while. I never get them anymore. But if you do get one, load it up and put that gum serum on it, and it heals so quick, and they don't get as bad. That's the other thing. If you do get them and they reoccur, typically they don't get as bad. The other thing you can do is to take a dip of, and this is for anything inside your mouth. So clay is really a great medium for pulling out junk, okay? pulling out toxins, pulling out whatever. And if you stop and think about the things that are happening inside your mouth, heavy metal, it's probably the place in your body where heavy metals get into your body is through your gum tissue. So by using the advantages or the properties of clay, knowing that they pull metals and toxins out, use this for anything. You can actually put Dirty Mouth tooth powder on a bug bite. You can actually put the gum serum on a bug bite. It actually feels really good and decreases the inflammation and gets rid of the junk inside. For like bug bites and anything, canker sore, anything, you just dip your finger in and just put it wherever that sore is. You can put it right on, like if you have something on your hand or whatever, just kind of touch it, pack it on. That's just going to pull out anything. If you have a bee sting, anything, you can just pack it right on. I use this stuff for just about everything. You can also, this is the other funny thing, because this has the clay in it, which is the deodorant, and this has the charcoal in it, you can actually use the deodorant as a healing agent for wounds, lacerations, cuts, bruises, anything like that. This speeds healing just like, it's got the hemp oil in it, it's got everything that you need. It's actually very healing. So using these things, thinking about them more than just for cleaning your teeth, but for canker sores. The gum serum, I would say let me see if this has a brand on it in case anybody cares. Gum serum? But I don't think this actually has a brand on it. Oh, yeah. Is the CBD? Grab the CBD one.
No, that's...
Oh,
I don't think you want to put coffee bean in your mouth.
You don't think so? Why? I'm sure I've done it. I was going to do the... Okay. Oh, yeah. That's... you know what? Oh, you have it? Yeah, because it's got the dropper. Okay, so this is the one with the CBD, but you can use either one. But really, all it is I usually put 2 or 3 drops and then rub it right on my gums. If you have a spot, rub it all over, but get the spot that you really have an issue with, whether it's a canker sore or whatever. So that'll help, definitely help. It's going to help speed healing, decrease inflammation, get rid of the bad stuff that's causing the issues. But the tooth powder itself is also going to help pull out any toxins, heavy metals, things like that. Decrease kind of the inflammation or the bad stuff. As far as kids go, the tooth powder is safe to swallow. It's got food grade clay in it. It's safe to swallow. I actually do a clay detox at the beginning of every month. I will put a tablespoon of bentonite clay. It's food grade. Make sure it's food grade, but food grade bentonite clay in a drink, a mix of water, swallow it, go to bed. Helps to pull toxins from my entire body. That will be a health hack as well. But what you can do for kids, it is safe to swallow. So if they do swallow it, it's perfectly safe. The thing is, if you do want to get your kids to spit it, here's the trick. You can see that the tooth powder itself, and this is what you tell the kids, you can see the tooth powder's white. And I usually show them, or you can show them when you brush your teeth. So it's white, it's clear. I would get the white one for the kids, the bubble gum, but show them with a white one, not a black, because the black will look black when you're brushing and everything, and it's not going to be as effective. But you show them how white the tooth powder is. This is naturally going to turn looking like dirt or darker brown. I mean, if you've ever looked at it, spit it in the sink and go, oh my gosh, look how dirty my teeth were, because the color it gets when you're brushing is darker. And when you spit it in the sink, they're going to see the color change. Let's see how dirty your teeth were. So they brush, and then you can get them to spit by going, let's see, spit it out, and they spit. And then they can see, and you're like, oh my gosh, look how dirty your teeth were. So that's just a little trick that I've learned to do with kids, or tell people to do with kids. Works really well, and then it teaches them to spit. But like I said, the tooth powder is safe to swallow in case they do ingest it. It's not a big deal. It's not like Toxipaste that says, here's the kids' Toxipaste with the minions on it that says, warning, keep out of reach of children under 6 years of age. If more than used for brushing is accidentally swallowed, get medical help or contact Poison Control Center right away. Yes. So this is not safe. It's toxic, even though the minions look like they're telling you, yes, put me in the kid's hands under the age of 6. What 6-year-old isn't going to grab a hold of that? All right. Any other questions?
No, Heather just called you a genius.
Oh, for what? What was the... I don't know what it... Oh, for the...
gum serum.
Oh, okay, cool. Oops. I think I've got... Oh, no. On my shirt. I'll have to put some...
That's all. No more questions.
All right, cool, guys. Hey, thanks for joining me. If you guys have any other questions, post them because we'll try and check back. And if anybody's watching, you can still get, the coupon is still available for the LED right now, today. You can get the LED at 25% off, any of the LED or the gels. Just the lifetime one is set at that price. There's no discount on it because it's already deeply discounted. But the LED, 25% off, white, coupon white, WHITE 25. One word, white 25. You can get that. Don't forget to scrape your tongue because it's probably one of the best hacks you can do. Takes no time at all and adds a lot of great health benefits. So, all right, guys, thank you. Have a great rest of your day.